Everything's set up, so I can't see what you're doing or saying yet, folks. Let me get in there with y'all, if anybody's even here. Which I don't know that even. We don't actually start for 4 more minutes, so yeah, we're getting an early start. Just to let folks get in, say hey to folks that come in early. And Lever Gun 50, I don't know if you're still in the house, but Lever Gun 50 was the first one in and has already given me a thumbs up. Oh, Pondham's Outdoors, what? What's up, Pondham? How you doing, man? We're early. Just going to make sure everything's working right, you know, get started a few minutes early like I always do. Let some folks get in here so we can talk about some stuff. Grant McIntosh in the house. What's up, Grant? Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Change to live chat. I'm on top chat. Why does it put you on top chat when, especially if you're the person doing the stream, they know you want to be in live chat? It's just weird. Yep, more time for us to have fun. How was your weekend, Pondham? Did you get out and do some fishing and stuff? I seen Grant did some duck hunting, some wood duck. Now, I've done that before. Grant says, just another Monday. My first excitement of the day right here. That's what I'm talking about. Infantry Outdoors in the house. What's up, Infantry? All right. I am sanding rims today. Sanding rims. All right. That could be a lot of things. Rims for a vehicle, rims like for a car, for a motorcycle, for a bicycle. I don't know. Pondhams, did you get to go fishing this weekend or do anything outdoors? Grant, I know I've seen your pictures that you did some duck hunting. I wonder if there's going to be a video from that for a truck. All right, Infantry. I've just been able to get out of the house in a while. I went and checked my deer camera, but it's getting better. Okay, well, that's good, brother. Grant, we're going to have a duck hunting video coming soon. I seen you with them ducks. Try to get edited for Saturday. All right, awesome. Cool. Cool beans. Very cool. We'll let a few more people get in here. By the way, one of you have not hit the thumbs up. One or two of you. Just saying. You know. Let's see. I got a few topics today to talk about. Man, since we ain't really officially started yet, here's the deal. I'm kind of mad right now. I got home and I got mad. And if Fishing Stripe shows up, remind me to tell her. But I packaged her package this weekend, and I set up when I had my business, I did the same thing. I set up for the post office to pick it up here, and they pick it up and deliver it. So I set that up to be picked up today. I get home, of course, the mail's already ran. Package is still sitting there. They didn't bother picking it up, which has happened in the past. And so that gives me a little bit mad, right? Blood boils a little bit, and it's like, okay, let me call them. I called them from 3:40 till 4:10, 12 times. Every time a recording, connected to the operator, ring, 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 hang up. Call back, recording, connected to the operator, ring, 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 hang up. 12 times. I'm ready to go over there and kick somebody square in the rear end. So tomorrow I'm going to have to take time from work to run to the post office to mail this thing that they were supposed to pick up today. And it's going to be a day behind when it should have got there. That kind of stuff just, makes me so mad. Just infuriates me. I hate that. Horrible customer service. Now, I don't know, some of you might work with Postal Service or know people that do. They might be good folks, but the Postal Service folks around here pretty much just don't give a shit. They're collecting their paycheck. That was my Monday afternoon rant. Yep. Bottoms, you're right. My problem is, your wife works for them? I'm sorry, Grant. They're horrible here. And my problem is FedEx ain't barely any better. FedEx delivers to the wrong house all the time. I have something from Amazon. It's delivered. I look out and no, it's not delivered. And if the neighbors are being honest, yeah, oh, they sent it, they brought it over here. Oh, thank you. But I had stuff that just completely disappeared. And I got a Ring doorbell and a camera on the front of the house. And I can look at the day and say, hey, no FedEx person ever came up to my house, but it's been delivered. So what happened, FedEx? Granted, it's hard to find good help. It would be different if it's just, hey, that happened once. This happens probably out of 4 times I try to ship something, 1 to 2 times this happens. The mailman is supposed to pick it up, doesn't pick it up. And then calling the office, that's a once in a while thing too, because sometimes I'll call and get right through, and at least they'll tell me, yeah, we'll get it tomorrow, or we'll send somebody out to get it today, and they've done that in the past. But this one, I mean, for half an hour straight calling 12 times, and ring, 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 hang up, nobody ever answers. That's just unacceptable. That's not even poor customer service. That's zero customer service. Stanley Orchard's in the house. All right, Stanley. I'm ranting, Stanley. I'm ranting on the Postal Service because they made me mad today. All right, I got to quit talking about them. I just keep getting madder. 7 p.m. at night. What the heck, infantry? That's late. Ours usually delivers the mail around between 11 and 1, somewhere in that window. But yeah, they didn't bother picking my stuff up at all. I was fuming. I was fuming. All right. I didn't really share this out much today. I posted it on my channel, discussion thing. But I didn't post it up anywhere else. So if you guys want to share it out, I'm cool with that. We only got 6 folks in here. It is get started time. So let's go ahead and start talking about some stuff. First thing I want to talk about that I found out this weekend on Easy Big Fella. You're right, Ponham. That I found out this weekend is if you go on a computer and go to your channel and you have your about section, and you put your info, and then there's a spot where you can put your email address, and they have to click it for it to actually show your email address, right? Well, when Fish and Stripe won the rod holder, right, I told her to go to my about section and click on my email and email me your information. I want her mailing address so I can mail it to her. And she came back, she messaged me on Twitter and says, okay, if I contact you here, I can't see your email on your channel. I'm like, I know it's there, but yeah, it's fine. Twitter's fine. So that's how we did it. So I'm thinking, so I went back on the computer and looked in my about, and boom, there's my email address, big as day. Then I got on my phone and went to look, and in my about section, there's no email address. That section's gone if I look at it from the phone or from my pad, which I got an iPad, right? So that was news to me. Just one of those things where you can't see certain things depending on what you're looking at YouTube with. You would think and you would hope that it would be the same across all means of viewing, right? Whether I'm looking at it with a phone, iPad, my computer, or on the TV, you think it'd all be the same, but it is not. Another thing, on the iPad, the community tab doesn't work. You click on it and a message comes up saying, this is not available yet. We're hoping to get this available for you here in the near future. Your community tab on the iPad. On the phone, the community tab, which I have an Android phone, so I don't know about an iPhone. But on the Android phone, the community tab works, and of course on the computer, the community tab works. So those are some differences. Then the other thing, based on how you're looking at this differences, is the TV. When I go on my TV, I log into YouTube on the TV. It's one of those supposed to be smart TVs. And there's my account. I'm logged in, but it has like maybe 7 or 8 of my subscriptions where I'm subscribed to, I don't know, a couple thousand people probably, but it only has like 7 or 8 of them on there. And if I go to one, I search for Stanley Orchard. I had the other time, Stanley, you remember when I told you I was watching you on TV? I had to search for you, find you, go to your channel. Sure enough, it shows I'm not subscribed, even though I know I'm subscribed. It just doesn't show it on the TV. So I subscribed to you on the TV. So I have to subscribe to channels on the TV that I'm already subscribed to otherwise. So it's just some weird things. I don't know if it's just something that YouTube doesn't control all those ways that you access, so they just try to make it as best they can, or what. But there are differences, and that was one of them. I was surprised. Was the email one was surprising, because a lot of people rely on folks to contact them by email if they want them to review something or whatever. And so if they're looking at my channel with a phone or iPad, they don't see my email address. So now if you look down in the description below, I've added my email address there too. It says contact me at, and I got my email address. So, but that was weird. Pretty weird stuff. Pretty weird stuff. But that was just one of those things that popped up this weekend. So I wanted you guys to know, in case you're relying on your email address in your about section on your channel to be visible for folks to contact you, it's not, right? It's not. They can only see that if they're on a PC. Yeah, Stanley. It's weird. Very weird. All right. Stanley. Mr. Stanley, this was your idea, so I'm going to put you in the spotlight. What is CPM? Clicks per... I forgot. What is CPM? Clicks per something. I've never logged in on my TV. Yeah, Grant, try it and see what happens. I might just have a dumb TV instead of a smart TV. You're right, Infantry. That's why I got the info in my description now too, because I just assumed all along that in the about it's the same on no matter how you look at it, and it's not. Cost per mil. So cost per 1,000 views. Okay. And what's that mean to us average Joes? I know I got a CPM and there's a dollar amount associated with it. But what does that actually mean? Anybody else with CPM knowledge, chime in. I know it has something to do with the commercials, the ads. For every 1,000 views, you get that amount. And it says it's not exact. It's a relative figure of some sort. You make that amount for every 1,000. Okay, so let's say it's $10. So this video, CPM is $10. So for every 1,000 views, I get $10. How is that determined? Because I've seen some videos will have a CPM of $8 and some will have a CPM of $12. How's that figured? You make that amount for every 1,000 views. Okay, so everybody's on there every 1,000. Ad views. Every 1,000 video views or every 1,000 ad views? Is that what you're saying, Stanley? Because you have a video with multiple ads in it. I know I have. And I know I watched several of them with multiple ads in them. All I know is United States is the best. United States, you're talking about CPM? CPM changes through the years. Christmas, you'll get more money. Hey, Shannon Naylor in the house. How you doing, Shannon? I haven't seen you in a minute. Watching my ad. Thank you. I appreciate it. So CPM changes. I understand that. But how I've got two videos out right now. One's at $10 CPM and one's at $12. Why would there be a difference between those two? Stanley says, no way of telling. Advertisers bid for ad space based on a bunch of... So are you telling me I cannot impact my CPM? Because if that's the case, then what do I care about it? Or then it's letting me know how much I'm making it for 1,000 views. Shannon saying hey to everybody, and everybody's saying hey to Shannon. So Stanley, Infantry, we have no influence on our CPM? Is that what we're trying to say? We can't control it? So if that's the case, do we worry about it? Or then, hey, it'd be nice to have a high CPM. Better performing videos will get better CPM on average, but no, you really can't affect that much. So it's just it's information that's nice to know, but you really can't have too much of an impact on it, is what it sounds like. I know my average CPM, I haven't been monetized very long, but my average CPM has been sitting around $12, which I think that's good. But then I've seen some people post some from videos that's way higher than that. So that Moser boy's in the house. Welcome aboard, Moser boy. You're not that late today. Hey, very good. I appreciate it. I got 7 people watching and 5 thumbs. So some people don't have thumbs. What happened to your thumbs, people? Was it some kind of mechanical equipment accident? You lost your thumbs? What's going on? There's 8 watching and 5 thumbs. Some of you ain't got no thumbs. That's just messed up. I feel bad for you. Stanley says, my suggestion is to focus on videos where advertisers would put more money, like boat versus tackle ads. Boat ads versus tackle ads. Oh, they're all, now there's 8 people and 8 thumbs. Everybody's got a thumb. That's good to see. Thank you, Shannon. Can't stay long. Have safe, good evening, folks. Moser boy, you're going to bed already. It is way too early to go to bed tonight. You must have dinner ready. Suggestion is to focus on videos where advertisers put more money. I don't know how you, I don't know if I can shoot a video focusing on what an advertiser is going to do. I shoot my videos focused on what I'm doing and what I like to do. If an advertiser, you know what I mean? That's tough. Ooh, well, advertiser like this? Maybe I shouldn't do this. I'm not going to do that. I guess that's the difference. I'm not going to do that. Boats are more expensive ads. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So whenever I'm doing my Mako boat repair stuff, those ones should interest boat ad people. I'm assuming. I don't know. You would think any fishing, unless I'm doing like kayaking, because then a boatman, well, they probably advertise boat to kayakers just because you might want to step up. I don't know. That's hard to tell. Old Beer Buzzard. How you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. I'm glad you're here. Appreciate you stopping in. I had to walk a WixCon ad before I came in. Yeah, that Wix one is almost on all my videos, I think. As a matter of fact, a lot of videos of other people that I watch starts off with that Wix ad. They spent some money. I don't know how much it costs them to do those ads, but they got ads everywhere in YouTube. I think YouTube's the thing of the future. It's growing. You're going to see more and more stuff on YouTube and less TV stuff, you know? Heck, I don't even have cable TV, satellite, none of that. My TV is through the internet now. So, I don't know. I think YouTube's the way to go. And I think if you talk to, he was in earlier, I'm sure he's still in here. Beer is here. Okay, well, beer's good. Sometimes you got to have something a little more potent than beer, but beer's all right. But if you talk to Infantry Outdoors, you know, we should probably be doing ads of our own right now with sponsors, but that's coming. I'm not too far from hitting up some folks here pretty soon and seeing if they want to do that. But we'll see. It's got to be something I believe in and trust for me to talk good about it. You know what I mean? I don't want to try to sell folks something that's crappy. Unless it's the fish crappy. That's okay. So if you open a boat upon them, leave me alone. I'm not opening a boat shop, man. I barely like working on my own boat. All right. You know, if I had a boat shop, you know what the warranty would be? The minute you hook your vehicle back to your boat trailer, the warranty is expired. So yeah, nobody would want me working on their boats. All right. IGTV. IGTV. Who here? Hands up if you're familiar with IGTV over on Instagram. Okay. Said, I don't drink beer. A good whiskey once in a while. All right. Good answer, Beer Buzzard. Saying, FYI, be aware you can have sponsored videos, but are not allowed to sell ads on videos against YouTube terms. Sell ads versus sponsored videos. So you can say this video is sponsored by so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so. But you can't do an ad. Boy, I think there's some gray area there. Infantry. Watching yours, I don't know. What are you doing? Are you sponsored? Or are you doing D90s in the house? How you doing D90? Are you sponsored or are you advertising? That'd be interesting. I think Infantry must have stepped off because he has not popped in and said anything in a minute. But I'd be really interested in see what he has to say about Stanley's statement because I'm pretty sure Infantry has ads. He advertises. This is not an ad like a video pops up, a commercial, but it's him saying, hey, so-and-so is great, so-and-so this and that. So if you're looking for this and that, talk to so-and-so. Is that an ad? How does YouTube define an ad versus sponsored? I don't know. That sounds like a gray area to me. We might have to dig deeper into that. Ads versus sponsor. Not sure how to determine that. Yeah, that's that gray area, Stanley. I'm not sure either. I'm going to dig deeper into that. I'm glad you said something about it. That'll help me look at that. But IGTV, Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, you probably know what I'm talking about. You can click on it and watch these little videos. And if you want to post videos, you go through this little process of signing up and you can post videos on there. I've done a few little snippets of videos I had. I just like, hey, let me throw that up there, let people see it. And then I seen something on Instagram, or no, on Twitter, from one of the big Twitter names in YouTube growth people. And all it was, see, Stanley said, yep, going to do IGTV for sure. All it was them saying that IGTV to be monetized. Like it's coming, which I'm already interested in IGTV, but monetizing it makes me even more interested. I want to see that process. I want to be involved in that process. Okay, exactly, Stanley. Never tried it. Check it out. Oh, Shannon, yeah. All right. Thank you, Shannon. Stopping in. I appreciate it. So, however, this is another one of those things that depends on what you're using is what you can do on IGTV. On the computer, I can post a video up to 60 minutes long. Okay. On the phone or iPad, 15 minutes is my max, which 60 minutes is ridiculous. I wouldn't watch a 60-minute video on IGTV, I don't think. And I wouldn't expect somebody to watch a video of mine that's long. But anyways, that's one difference. So I was like, okay, cool, let me do this. So I grabbed one of my videos, about 15 minutes long. I'm on the computer though, so it's not an issue if it's a little longer. I go through the download process. I give it a picture image. And then after it gets to the 100% mark, downloaded, then you click the post button. I click the post button. It goes to my IGTV screen, shows my other videos. And then in a couple moments, that video pops up with a red thing across it saying error. Did not post. And so you click on it, and that red thing says, it opens a little screen that says, unable to post video. No, error in posting video. And then it has options, delete or cancel. If you cancel, it just closes the message screen. Your bad video is just sitting there. Hit delete, it deletes what you just uploaded. So I'm like, okay, let me try again. And then that didn't work. So after a while, I got online, started Googling. People were like, I did it multiple times. Finally, it worked. Tried it again. It still didn't work. So now 3 times I waited for it to download this 15-minute video. Just at the very end, give me an error message. The last thing, I'm using Chrome when I'm doing that. And the last message I've seen, people discussing it said, I was in Chrome and it wouldn't do it. So I went into this other, whatever, internet interface system, and it worked. So I'm going to try one of the other ones. But it's disappointing because it'd been nice if it just worked with the same thing. Everything else works. I've gone to Chrome because YouTube and this live stream system that I'm using won't work on the other ones. But now it's looking like this. And then if you want to get help on Instagram, it's impossible. You go to the help screen and all it is a bunch of like facts and type something in here. Did this help? Did this help? There's no click here to contact us other than a feedback one. So I did the feedback one saying, hey, this thing don't work. What's the deal? But there's no guarantee they're ever going to contact me back because that's just feedback. That's not connecting to them. There's no way, at least for me, looking through Instagram, to find a way where I can actually contact somebody at Instagram and find out what's going on. So that's frustrating. All right, Stanley. So I know you got some experience with IGTV. What's going on your end? We only got 5 people watching. Wow, down low. I got horrible topics tonight, I guess, or maybe my breath. No, breath don't stink. It's not me. Talk to me, folks. What's going on with IGTV? No, Stanley needs a second. I don't know what he's doing, but whatever you're doing, Oh, okay, work call. I was going to say, hey, TMI, brother, you need a second. You handle your business. I shared on community and in the group. Not sure where everyone's at. Yeah, I'm not sure either, Grant, but that's all right. I shared in the group also. Well, I didn't share it. I just told them. But I don't know anything about IGTV. So let's learn about IGTV. Just right now, it's another place where you can post videos depending on what you're using. Hello, Joyce. How you doing? I haven't seen you in a minute. I saw you in some other streams. I saw you in Grant's stream. As a matter of fact, good to see you here. I'm glad you stopped in. Depends on what you're using to post. That'll dictate how long a video you can post. But my problem is it's not letting me post. It goes through the whole process of downloading it or uploading it, whatever it is. Then it says post. Hit the post button. Oops, there's an error. So I'm going to go back and mess around with some real short videos and try to post them just to see if then it will accept them. Yeah, I think my folks I was counting on to engage the IGTV conversation was Industry Outdoors, which something happened because he is not responding to anything, and Stanley's busy with work, so we're kind of at a standstill on that topic. So what's coming up? Oh, Stanley, yeah, I don't know much about IGTV, but I know it's good to diversify. Yeah, exactly, Stanley. I diversify. Yeah, and it can also lead traffic, from here to there to here, which is also a good thing. So, but like I said, I've tried to post on it. I post stuff on it before, little snippets, and it was no problem. But this time I tried to post an actual video and it having an error. But their problem with, like I said, they don't give you any way to communicate with them. Hey, why am I getting this error? You got any help? And so you can't, and then the error message just says there was an error. So the error, why? What's the problem? Is there something I can do differently? Is the picture I put too big? I mean, just doesn't explain it at all. So that's disappointing. But I'm sure, because Instagram is Facebook. Basically, if you dig into it, it looks like same folks own Instagram on Facebook. So I'm sure eventually they'll probably right the ship on that IGTV stuff. Oh, that's cool, Joyce. Cool. So when have you put the video out already? Have you posted it? Yeah. What else? What we got coming up? I got a video coming out tomorrow. Matter of fact, the little short fishing trip I have with my brother, who I haven't fished with in over 2 decades. Me and him got to go do a little bit of fishing. We caught a few fish. It was more about just me and him getting out there together, which was pretty freaking awesome because it's been such a long time. But that's going to post tomorrow, I think around 11:30 Central Time. So you guys will be able to check that out. And then, of course, if you are a Patreon and you haven't looked lately, there's a couple new things on Patreon too, behind the scenes videos and stuff like that. So check it out if you're a Patreon. Hint, hint, Stanley. Yes, it's out. Yes, it's out. Got some pics of Big Elk. Oh, very cool. I'll have to look for that video then, Joyce. Thank you. Spicy chicken in the house. Spicy chicken. When are you going to fishing Corpus Christi. Well, Spicy Chicken, I'm not going to be fishing in Corpus Christi per se, but I am going to be down at the coast. Me and a couple other guys are down there the second weekend of October, but we're going to be more in the Rockport, Port Aransas area. But yeah, down there, if that's close enough. And welcome to the channel, Spicy Chicken. I don't recognize that name, so I'm assuming you're new to the live stream at least. Good to see you here. Yeah, so far, whenever I've done my Corpus ones, they've always been, how you go down when you go on a fishing trip, you got plan A, this is what we're going to do. And then, plan B, if that don't work out, we might do this. Usually when I fish Corpus Christi, and those are the trips without the boat, it's always gone to plan C, D, or E because of weather, flooding, or whatever. But it always seems to put us behind the power curve whenever I fish Corpus. Turns out we usually catch fish, but it never goes as planned when I go down there to fish. So one thing I've learned about fishing at the coast is to expect the unexpected. Wondering where the wifey poo is. She hasn't gotten home yet. Usually she's home by now, so I'm going to send her a quick message with little question marks like, where are you at? Oh, she has said, that's not today. Sent. All right, where are we at? Let me catch up with you guys. Man, I don't know what it is. I know it's Monday, but this stream has been really slow today. I don't know if it's because I came in with a bad attitude about the Postal Service or what it was, but yeah, man, this stream has been really, really slow, which is okay. Stanley, you back in the hizzy. Good to see you, Stanley. What you got coming up, Stanley? Got any videos coming out? Matter of fact, Stanley, did you have a video come out today, Stanley? Grant, Joyce, I hate Mondays. Yeah, me too. Stanley, did you have a video come out today? Because usually you have videos coming out Mondays. If you're ever down in Corpus during December and May, you should join some fishing tournaments for Veterans Memorial High School. Oh, I've never even heard of that, Spicy. Hey, do me a favor, Spicy. Look down in the description below this. I got my email address there. It's anjoutdoors1@gmail.com. Do me a favor and throw me an email with some info on that. I'd be interested in coming down there just to see what they're up to. That'd be kind of cool. We do come down there between December and May. It's been hard fishing for me down there between December and May. Can't find shrimp, all kinds of issues. But that would be cool. I'd be interested in checking it out at least, even if I'm just an observer, not fishing. Let's see. Got a couple. Took today off. Long weekend. So are you you didn't post a video today, Stanley? Oh, we got another Corpus guy. Nice. Yep. Yeah, Stanley's down closer to Corpus than I am. I'm up in San Antone. But I get down there as much as I can because I love the salt. It has infected my blood and has given me an incurable disease known as salt life, I guess. No video today. Okay, Stan. You got anything coming out this week, Stanley? Stanley's big time. He's got a vendor sponsorship already. Doing good. Doing good, my brother. What else can we talk about, guys? I had topics, but we went through them so fast. That was one I already talked about. What about Russia? Spice, matter of fact, Spicy, I'm going to go check your channel real quick. See what you got going on over there, guys. I can't see the chat right now for a minute here. Spicy chicken is a new new to YouTube. Don't have any videos or anything posted yet. I don't know if you plan to do some, but yeah, that's cool. Very cool. Very cool. Give last week's video a little room to breathe. Taking time to edit some other vids better. Okay, Stanley. Man, you're editing. I don't know if you can do much better, brother. I'm trying to do a live stream before my next post. Oh, very cool. Ah, True North Angler's in the house. How you doing, True North? Good to see you here, brother. Very cool, very cool. Everybody's saying hey. I think everybody now so Spicy Chicken, hey, there's a lot of good channels, all these folks in the chat. You want to check any of them out. Especially if you're interested in the Corpus area. Stanley's an excellent channel. Does a ton of fishing down there. He might even be interested in that Veterans Memorial High School tournament. So, share the info. I don't know nothing about it, so definitely email me some info on that. Joyce says, been a crazy summer. Oh my, this summer's been brutal. I think I added you on Instagram. Okay, is it on Instagram? Are you still Spicy Chicken, or do you go by a different name on Instagram? So, Joyce, I agree. This summer's been, we're still in, well, I think it's like 95 or 96 today, but we've still been 98 degrees when we should be in the 80s right now, upper 80s maybe, but 80s still. We're in the morning, we're anywhere from 75 to 80 degrees already when you get up in the morning. It's like this is a never ending summer. Fall started officially back on last Monday. Last Monday. And here we are. Or is it this Monday? Today or last Monday? One or the other. But it's been brutal hot. Brutal hot. It's been hard to fish. Two parts. Finding the fish in this heat and then being out there in this heat trying to fish the fish. It's just been, no bueno. No bueno. Yeah, see, Grant saying the same thing. It's weird. And then places that usually don't get all the rain are getting tons of rain. We're over here sitting almost in drought again, not getting no rain again, all around us. We got some rain yesterday, not much, a little bit. Just, scattered shower type stuff where you rain for like 10 minutes and then leave. So we haven't got any significant rain that counts or helps in probably a couple months now. So Houston, flooding. Galveston, all that, they're getting flooded. We're sitting here miles away, nada. It's just been crazy weather. That's why I'm worried about this next fishing trip, because who knows what it's going to be like at the coast. Now there's another storm out in the Atlantic coming towards the Caribbean. Who knows what it's going to do? Okay, so Spicy, if you don't mind, Spicy, what's your name on Instagram? That way I know who I'm talking to. I mean, if you don't want to, for whatever reason, say it, it's fine. I don't care. Just hit me a message on Instagram, then say, hey, this is Spicy Chicken on YouTube or whatever. That's fine. That's the other thing. Okay, one more rant on Instagram. Man, I guess it's Monday. I'm grumpy about everything. But Instagram, right, on my phone and iPad, I can post and do everything. On my computer, it will not let me post to Instagram, a new post. I can respond to someone else's, but I can't post one of my own. But now I can post videos in IGTV, but I still can't just post directly to Instagram from my computer. It makes zero sense. Why would they even do that? Yeah, yep. Hashtag rant day. I'm mad at the post office today. I'm getting upset with Instagram for being all over the place today. Yeah, I got to get through this. I'm having a bad day. I think I need to have a drink. Okay, I got a drink, but you got to have a reason to drink, I guess. Don't even get me started on what happened at work today. Whew. Oh man. All right, so we got Joyce has got a new video out. Got up to the property, got some trail cam stuff, got some elk on it. So that's something to check out. Who else posted something recently? I've got the video coming out tomorrow. Canyon Lake, crappie was the target, but we caught more than crappie. Me and my brother, first time we fished together in almost 3 decades. So that was an awesome trip. What else? Oh, JNC No Limits. Let me tell you something about a bad. Hey, how about a bad week? Yeah, man, I've been watching how your week's gone, brother. I wouldn't wish that on an enemy, much less a friend. Man, if you guys ain't seen what's been going on for JNC, let's put it this way. The first thing was his truck trailer burnt up. And it got worse from there. I don't know if it got worse or better, but it was still bad. Continued to stay bad. So thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate that. Wow. Yeah, Stanley, he's had a bad time of it. This last week was miserable. He had like a whole week of Monday. Is that what it was, John? Was it a whole week of Monday? That's what it sounded like. You had like Monday and then got up and had Monday and then got up and had a Monday and they had another Monday. Can't stay long. All right, I understand, man. I appreciate it, though. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So what are we going to talk about, folks? I know we got time. What time is it? Shoot, we got 20 minutes. Yeah, Monday Groundhog Day. Yeah, exactly. That's what, because I remember the truck thing. And then I think it was on Twitter or Instagram, probably Twitter, where you posted after that the other stuff that all happened to you. I'm like, golly, can't catch a break. It can only get better. This next week's probably going to be one of the best weeks of your life. How about that? We'll go with that. That's my prediction. All right, so since we got time to talk and nobody's talking too much, let's talk about what we got coming up in the future. So I already told you in October I got a coast trip. In November, the big thing I got going on in November is Jamaica, baby. Me and the wife and a couple of friends have saved our pennies and put our money down, and we're going to a all-inclusive resort in Jamaica, Sandals. Everything I've seen and researched on is going to be a fantastic time. But of course, I had to set up a charter fisherman so that we could all go out and fish like we did in Cozumel when we were there a couple of years ago, last year, whenever that was. So we're going to go out for a day and do some fishing. And they specialize in tuna, marlin, I guess. I don't know what else, but I remember I was like, God dang, I'm in. Put me in, coach. So hopefully I get some awesome video for that. I think, Stanley, I'm trying to keep things more towards just the fishing and hunting stuff, but I think I'm going to do a little bit of vacation type stuff like you did with your Cozumel stuff, where I'll talk about what else. Hey, Joyce is back. How you doing, Joyce? I'll talk about the resort itself some, so people interested in looking at a Sandals resort in Jamaica, right? I'll give them the heads up. And then my wife's birthday is in December, and for her birthday, we're going to do a trip to Vegas. We've been talking about going to Vegas together for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. Been once, back shortly after my back surgery, so I wasn't very mobile, and she tried to kill me by dragging me around Vegas, the Strip, right? So this time I know I'll be more mobile. I'll be able to get around with her. So I'm looking forward to that. So those are, for the next couple months, those are the big things. I got the coast trip in October, Jamaica in November, which is a lifetime trip, and then Vegas in December. And then in between there, I got to fill in the blanks. Yeah, I think it's going to be a blast. I can't wait to go. I'm really looking forward for Jamaica. I know the resort's going to be awesome. We're going to swim up pools, bars, all that. But I'm really looking forward to the snorkeling in Jamaica and the fishing, the deep sea fishing. Now the wife signed us up for some kind of, remember the show Jamaica Bobsled Team, the whole, true story about the first bobsled team from Jamaica. Well, they've got a bobsled thing set up on a rail there that we got to go. So the wife signed us up to do that. Probably will be some crazy video, so I'll video it. It sounds like it's going to be fun. But near term, again, tomorrow I got a video coming out with my brother and me fishing. Next week's video, so I'm shooting Tuesdays, folks, is my video drop date right now. Unless that changes, I'll let you know. So next Tuesdays is going to be a product review on a reel spooler that I got sent to me to check out. I'm going to my mailbox next week. Found them. Man, be honest, your mailbox is probably in Bahamas or something. No, not the Bahamas right now. You would not find that mail, unfortunately. So yeah, I got a product review video that's sitting in the cache ready to load out next week. After that, I got to come up with something. Hey, Fat Man Fishing. How you doing, Fat Man? What's up, Party Hardy AJ? No, I'm Party Barely AJ. Fishing Stripes. Hey, there you are, Fishing Stripes. So my first rant today, Fishing Stripes, was your fault. Not really your fault, but you remember I told you, I sent you a message saying your box is packaged, it'd ship out today. So I do all this, I print out my mailing label and I set it up so they come here and pick the package up and mail it, right? So I get home from work today and guess what, Fishing Stripes? Your package was still sitting here. They did not pick it up. So then I spent about 30 minutes calling them and getting disconnected every time I called them for 30 minutes with my blood pressure going through the roof. So tomorrow I'm going to take the package myself to the post office and mail it. And then I got to find out how I find out who is in charge of those people at this location I'm dealing with so that somebody can say something to them. They probably won't care and blow it off, but at least I get it off my chest. You would not believe the frustration level I had trying to deal with them people. So it's not your fault, but I just figured I'd say that. So your thing is, so it was supposed to mail today. They screwed up and didn't pick it up, which happens often here. So that only compounds the problem. It's not like, oh, okay, it only happened once. No, it's happened multiple times. So I'll get to the mailbox tomorrow. So instead of getting it, it's supposed to be 2-day mail because I'm priority mail. So you'll probably get it Thursday. I wouldn't be surprised if it took till Friday because of the way Postal Service works. All right. Did you try those trout magnets? Hey, I don't know if I want to steal thunder from my video that's coming out tomorrow morning. That video that's coming out tomorrow is when I was fishing with my brother up there at Canyon Lake and I tried the trout magnets. I can steal my thunder because there's no thunder to it. And I don't think I showed them. I talked that I was going to use them. I thank Grant for sending them to me. I got a couple bites on them, didn't hook up. And then something bit the whole thing off. Okay, pretty sure in that lake it was a gar. But yeah, I got a good bite, went, and there was nothing. The little jig, everything was gone. Clean cut line. So I'm pretty sure gar decided he wanted to eat one and chomped it off. So long story short, yes, I did fish with them. No, I didn't actually catch anything on them. I had bites, but I didn't catch anything. But the fishing was slow throughout. Even with, I don't think anything, especially for crappie, compares to live bait. So if I'm throwing a minnow out there and I'm not getting bites, the fishing's not great. We got bites. We caught fish, but it just wasn't hot and furious. I did get hits, but yeah, it took it off. Did you use bobber or did you check my video and try other technique? I fish. So with my trolling motor, I can do anchor lock, so I can just lock in place. We were over a brush pile, right? And so we were fishing straight down on the brush top pile. So I would jig it, but it seemed like, I jigged for a while, no bite. So I just set the pole down, let it just sit there. And all of a sudden I started getting tap, tap, tap tap, tap. So they really wanted little to no action on the jig for them to hit it. Yeah, fishing stripes. It was, and in that lake, to be a fishy critter, it's going to have to be a gar. That's the only thing in there that has any real teeth. So that's what I figured chomped it. But it was quick. It was like bite, gone. Wow. Welcome home, lady. Wifey's home. I had a needle nose gar steal my frog today. Oh, they'll do it. They'll gar, man. They are toothy critters. I mean, I'm sure several people in here probably caught them. They got teeth going every which way. Boy, you do not want to get your hand. The needlefish down at the coast. And Stanley said hello. She said hi. Those needlefish down at the coast with all the choppers, and they look vicious. They got nothing on a gar, boy. Gars, whew. Audrey said thanks for the new shirt, Stanley, because when you send something to me, I get to wear it once and then she claims it. So I told him I got to wear it once. But I did catch my personal best bass. Now, I've seen you catch some pretty good bass lately, so that had to have been a good one. So when's that video coming out, Fishing Stripes? Yeah, Fat Man. I've fished around all of those, and they got chompers, but it's just so they got like some individual big teeth. Where gar is like just a whole bunch of sharp little razor teeth. So yeah, they're different. But yeah, a pike and a muskie, of course, would bite you off easily too. Yeah, I'll wait and see the video now, Fishing Stripes, because I've seen you catch some nice bass lately. So if this was your personal best. GoPro is messed up because of the last surf trip. Oh, dang, that sucks. Well, you can. Did you post pictures on Instagram already? I might have already seen this fish. Now that I think about it, did you? I'm sure Twitter or Instagram. Did you post pictures already of it? I'm sure you got some camera pictures of it. There's no pictures. It didn't happen. No, I'm kidding. It happened. I trust you. Yeah, like 6.5 or something like. I think I did see the pictures. Man, it's folks, and you all know because you're all immersed in this stuff. Between Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, which Facebook was my main other than YouTube, but I've weaned myself a lot off Facebook. Just I don't know why. Well, for me, Facebook's too full of political BS. I get tired of it. But man, there's so much going on. It's hard to keep up with everybody. Took a subscriber today fishing. Got pics, no video, but he caught his biggest trout of his life today. 18 inches. What kind of trout was it? Rainbow or brown or what? I know it wasn't a brook. That would be a giant brook trout. So I can barely see her in the picture. She's behind it, holding it up, right? Brown trout. Yeah. Nice. Nice. We get to do a little bit of trout fishing here in South Central Texas because they release trout in a river here every year, and it's kind of like catch and take. But they also have some resident trout because it stays just cold enough. But growing up in New Mexico, northern New Mexico, that's all I really fished was trout. Fish the streams and the creeks and some of the lakes, browns, rainbow, brook. So yeah. Coho salmon even. So I grew up on that, but I haven't done that type of fishing. I think when I was in Michigan, just before I joined the Army, my dad went up to a little stream in northern Michigan, and we caught some brook trout up there too. But it's been a long time since I've caught a trout. I'm talking freshwater trout, not saltwater. "33-inch brown, that's huge. 16. Oh, that's been a minute because you're not 17 or anything. So that's been a minute. I'll be honest with you. When we were then when we were fishing kids and stuff with my dad, my grandpa back then, we didn't really, other than to make sure it was legal, we didn't measure much. So I don't even know what my best trout was size wise. To be honest, I've never caught a trophy trout. There's areas up there on the San Juan River where you can only use a certain no barbs and all that, the trophy sections, and yeah, they catch some really big trout. I never got into that, right? I never fly fishing. Never. My brother got into it. I never got heavy into fly fishing. It was too much like elitist bass fishing, where it's like, well, I have a bobber lopper that has a green in this time of the year on the 7th of this date. You have to use this green colored with the yellow and that. Just give me a lure and let me throw it out there if I catch something cool. So I never got into that. And that's the same way fly fish. Well, I tied this certain fly. It's cool, the people that do it, and that's their passion, but I've never got in that deep. Yeah, it's been 19 years now. Okay. I figure it's been a few. Pennsylvania, you can only keep trout if they are a certain length. Right. But the state record is measured by weight. That is weird. That is weird. But you see that in tournaments too. A lot of tournaments like that I fish freshwater, we did by weight, but then in saltwater, they do by length, a lot of them. So I don't know. It's kind of weird, especially sharks. Well, sharks, because you're trying to release it, so they just get a measurement. But even freshwater, we were doing freshwater tournaments for weight. You'd weigh them and then release them. Yeah, I think for me as a novice, the whole, oh, you have to match the hatch and turn over a rock in the water and match what's growing there takes the fun out of just putting on a fly and trying. You know what I mean? Fishing stripes, you mean you have yet to catch a freshwater trout, I'm going to assume, because I know you fish the coast a lot, so I'm assuming you caught a speckled trout or a sand trout, something like that already. They're good, Stanley. The thing, people say, hey, farm raised is not as good as wild. Well, most of the trout, especially here in Texas, if you're catching trout, freshwater trout, you're catching stocked trout, which is basically farm raised and then released for you to catch. So they're still good. I'm not gonna lie, they probably are tasty. But if you can go somewhere like New Mexico, Colorado, somewhere up there, and get into native trout, right? There is a difference, right? There's a difference between native trout and stock trout. Stock trout's still good, don't get me wrong, but native trout is a step above, is how I'd put it. I have friends that love catfish and can tell the difference between store-bought farm-raised catfish and catfish caught out in the lake, and prefer the wild catfish caught out in the lake over the store-bought catfish. So it's a taste thing, I guess. Yeah, I figure you caught some trout before fishing stripes. So I'm assuming you're talking about catching freshwater trout. Yeah, it's hard in Texas. You got to come up north a little bit. I really think for you guys, the closest place probably is right here, New Braunfels area, where on the Guadalupe is. It might be the closest spot for you guys to get into some freshwater trout. Don't quote me. There might be someone further south that stocks them. As a matter of fact, I think Lake Corpus Christi and Mathis, certain time of year they stock them for kids to catch, but they're there. But I'm not sure on that. Let's see. Winter trout are way better. Oh, I just lost you. Winter trout are way better than springtime trout because they've spawned or they're getting ready to spawn. Yep. The cold water helps the meat not to be mushy, and and their body goes through a process when they spawn. That near spawn time, they can be not as tasty as when they're not in the spawn. Wild catfish taste way better. Yeah, I think you're right. The one thing I've learned about catfish, though, really, is the water you catch them out of really affects how good they are. If you're in a stagnant body of water and you're eating channel cats, probably not going to be as good as a channel, blue, or flathead out of a river system or somewhere where there's moving, clean water. That's one thing that I personally noticed. Yeah, native trout is where I'm leaning. I forgot the trout down here. That's how they aren't native. Yeah, I'll catch a trout one of these days. Yeah, you will, Grant. Shoot, you should be in an area where you got trout available. I gotta go fix it. All right, Joyce. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. All right, man. I rather catch wild trout over stock because wild trout are more tricky to catch, so you feel more confident. Absolutely, that was one of the things when I was up in Michigan. I was 16, and I hadn't. Long story short, I hadn't lived with my dad for a while, and I just started living with him. And we went up to a little creek up there, and he thought, in his mind, apparently, he thought I might get lucky to catch a trout. We separated and went ways, and I caught a brook trout, which brook trout, a wild brook trout, is a very elusive fish, really, to catch a keeper-sized brook trout. And so when I caught one, and then we met back up, it was almost like he was overjoyed in the fact that his son, who he didn't teach how to fish because he wasn't around those years for me, was able to do that. So yeah, it is more of a challenge. You're right. Let's see. Ooh. Man, now we're rolling here. We got good discussion going. Have a great evening, Joyce. Okay, good. Yep. Hi, everybody. Oh, fishing with Fredo's in. Hey, why are you coming in so late, man? You out catching all them crappies, aren't you? Yeah, we got about 3 minutes left, and here you are, brother. I'm glad you're here, man. Thanks for stopping in. I want to get up there and fish with you, but man, Louisville is like north of Dallas. You're way the heck up there, brother. One of these days, though. Grant, hopefully in May, all I got to do is get you here. I got you after that. All right, there you go. Grant, hook up with Fat Man. I still want to go do some duck hunting with Grant, but I don't think that's going to happen this year. I got too many things in the fire, and I can't spend any more money on traveling places. Didn't realize the trout stocking was such a thing. I'm going to go stock the noises with hard heads. I don't know if they'll appreciate that much, Stanley. Nothing much. Finally able to join a live. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. I haven't seen you in a live in a minute. I gotta go cook some tasty cheeseburgers on the grill. Great combo. Keep up. All right, Fat Man Fishing. Appreciate it. Send me one of them cheeseburgers and keep it warm, will you? Don't use a USPS because they're not dependable. I'm sorry, Grant. Please don't let your wife see that I'm saying stuff about Postal Service that she works for them. Don't use the USPS here in San Antonio. How about that? She says call 1-800 ask USPS. I'm doing it. 1-800 ask USPS. Yeah, because the whole thing, they got a nice online system where you can print out your postage, which I do, put it on the package, put all the information in, pay for it, pay for them to pick it up at your house, your business, wherever you're at. And that's awesome. But I'm sure that's at the national level. Then when it comes to your actual post office where you're at doing the right thing, they fail here 9 times out of 10. So, all right, Grant, you dragged me back into it. Oh, I'm trying to get out of that negative feelings I'm having. We'll make it happen one day, John. I know, man. We'll make it happen. Can you live stream the call for us? No, Stanley, I'm not doing that because that's one of those things YouTube would be like, you cannot put that kind of language on a live stream on YouTube. They kick me out. Thanks, Grant. Tell Jan I appreciate that because I am going to call that number, of course, tomorrow because I'm sure I won't be able to get a hold of nobody this time of night today. It wasn't Grant or your fault. I appreciate the number though, because that's the first thing I'm thinking is because I called, like I said, 12 times in about a 30-minute period, only to you're transferred to the operator, ring, disconnect, ring, disconnect, and so it's like, who is their boss? Who can I talk to above these knuckleheads at this one annex? Is what they are. and find out what's going on. All I want them to do is what it says they'll do when I pay for it. You know, I paid for that, and now it's not going to happen. I'm going to have to carry it to the post office during my work hours tomorrow. So that's frustrating. Yeah, and it's not, you know, it's different if it's first time it ever happened. But like I was telling Grant earlier, it's this, you know, if I ship 5 packages, it probably happens 2 out of the 5 times. So I mean, maybe that's acceptable to them locally, but to me, that shouldn't be acceptable. And the funny thing is, the mailman, when I've cornered him in the past, he's blamed the office over there, the annex. Well, they didn't give me whatever it's supposed to give me to know to pick something up. And then when I called them and actually got a hold of somebody, well, it was in his box today, but for some reason he didn't take it, so he probably didn't. I'm like, oh, come on, people, you're killing me here. Yeah, fishing stripes. I'm going to. I just didn't know what to do next. I work in an annex. They never answer the phone either. Exactly. This number is actually to file a complaint and they have to answer these. Oh, cool. Thank you. Yeah, that phone thing kills me. It's like zero customer service. It's like, hey, you know, I work for the government too, so I understand, but at some point you got to answer. You know. Ugh. All right, folks. I think, yeah, we have gone over our time. Hot Sauce Junkie jumps in just as we're closing up. Hot Sauce Junkie, thank you for stopping by, brother. We're just getting ready to wrap things up. I got a video coming out tomorrow, fishing with my bro. Joyce has a video that she's already posted, trail cams from their property with some elk. If anybody else got anything coming out in the next day or so, throw it up here now. Tell us you got something coming out. See, then when they don't get picked up on time, they get stale cookies. Stanley, I was this close to putting a note in my, because we have one of those community mailboxes where you have your slots, right? I was going to put a note in there saying, hey, you forgot to pick up my package yesterday, and then write something nasty. But the last time it happened, I think it was a replacement mailman, so I guess didn't know better or whatever. But all right, I'm done talking about the mail. Yep. Fish and Stripes posted a video within the last few days. The Big Red, they did a catch and cook. I saw that one, commented that was a good video, enjoyed it. That was a nice fish on the surf. Other than that, folks, it is time to wrap this thing up. We'll say goodnight. We started slow tonight with me whining about a bunch of stuff. We're ending strong with 8 folks in here and 13 thumbs. And Stanley, and going to be another 360. I like hearing that. So y'all have a great night and have a great week. And don't forget, I got a video coming out 11:30 Central Time tomorrow. And we'll catch you all later.